I'm Keith Rainey. This is Doug Manchester. We're with Sani Weld Incorporated, and we're here today to show you our ultra clean conveyor system. Doug's the guy that designed this system. Features an all electropolished surface. We'll get more to that later. Right now we're going to let Doug show some of the special features of this system, and I think it's pretty unique, so pay attention. Doug?
What makes this particular conveyor so unique is the ability for it to be completely disassembled. And this can be accomplished in just a matter of a few minutes. We're going to start out here with a modular plastic belted conveyor, and then after we finish showing you this one, we'll go on to showing you how the belt conveyor is taken apart. One feature that we introduced into this conveyor system is the ability to take the power source or the drive unit completely off the conveyor. Simply turn in this locking screw here, pulling the safety pin out, you can easily just take the power system completely off the conveyor. After we've done that, what we've done here is this particular style of modular plastic belting material that we're using, we can utilize a simple pin, one of the safety pins that comes on the frame, to take the conveyor belting material completely off. You need to come over here on this side, and simply by inserting this pin, give it a slight tap, we pull the pin completely out. Now we're going to take this right off so that we can better see the internal components of this conveyor system. Next step is that we can take apart the tailstock, the bearings, simply slide off, come apart, sprockets, slide off the shaft, completely coming apart again. And what we've done, normally when you'll see these type of conveyors, you'll see a snap ring, which requires a special tool to take it apart. In this particular design, what we've done here is we've just put in a pin, take the pin out, take the sprocket off, take your other pin out. What you're left with here is a solid shaft that can be easily cleaned. This is a solid shaft material, so there's no place for any entrapment of pathogens, contaminations of any kind. Going to the opposite end of the conveyor on the drive end, similar construction there. Again, bearings come completely off. Sprockets slide off. And again, we use the same type of pin arrangement on this end as we did on the other end. Again, you're left. Okay. As far as components go, these are the parts that do drive the conveyor. But one other feature that makes it completely unique to any other conveyor that's manufactured is the fact that you can take the wear strips out and clean them. All your conveyors, no matter what length, what configuration, will all have the same length wear strip. So once they're taken out, they can be stacked to the side, washed, cleaned, and reinstalled any location on that conveyor. Okay, say for as time progresses, these become an inherent bow. All you have to do is just reverse the bow and stick them back in and use the natural elasticity of the plastic to hold it in place. This particular application, you'll notice if you can get a zoom in shot on this, all of these clips are round, so for easy cleanability and completely seal welded. All of the weld joints here, as you can see, are completely seal welded on both sides and polished smooth. As far as the return rollers on modular plastic, they just pop in and out. Again, the saddles that these rollers fit into are welded both sides so as to alleviate any cracks, crevices, or any area where pathogens or contamination can accumulate, making it unable to clean, or where pathogens or contamination can come back and contaminate your product. This conveyor design also has the ability for the bed, if need be, or should be desired, to completely come off.
And as you can see, this conveyor is 100% electropolished. All surfaces have been electropolished completely, so that biocontamination is a minimal risk. Put this one back together.
So now we're going to proceed and put it back together. What we've done here is also, as you may notice, we put thrust washers with a pin on them, so there's no chance of them going on backwards, so that you will not, as the shaft rotates, cut or groove your plastic, causing particulate. Or I'll show you how easily the ultra clean conveyor system can be reassembled. Take our pin, back in the shaft, sprockets on, again putting the other pin back in, center it in, our sprocket on this end, a sprocket here on the other end, putting on our thrust washers. Notice that the pin is put on located towards the center of the shaft. This keeps the thrust washer from rotating when in operation. Okay, we reassemble, putting the bearings on. And ready to put it back on the conveyor frame. Okay, that part of it is accomplished. Now we'll reassemble, putting the modular belting material back on. What we'll do a lot of times, make life a little bit easier, is we'll take one of the pins that hold the frame and pre-line up this modular belting material, make it a little bit easier to line up the pin going in. Simply stick it in from that side, taking the plastic hinge pin, reasserting it in the conveyor, taking a pin that we used to line it up, give it a gentle tap, and then push it back square. Okay. Return rollers are installed. And I'm going to put the gearbox back on. Turning the conveyor by hand, sliding it on. Put a safety pin in again, tightening up the screw, and repowering the conveyor. You're back in production. Now we're going to proceed. We'll show you how the belt conveyor comes apart. And I think what we'll do here, Keith, is just move this back out of the way a little bit. And you can see you're running, you're in production. Comes time for cleanup, simply disconnect the power from the drive unit. And same procedure as we did in the other unit. Pull the power source off. Power source can be electrical, air, hydraulic, whatever way. They're all designed to mount to universal. Keith now is going to take and disengage the slack adjusters at the back end, bringing the bearing block forward, allowing slack in the belt. We'll reach underneath here, remove the return rollers. Solid plastic. Pull our belt off. Pull off our drive roll. Again, same type bearing construction. This particular application, we use a fully welded, hermetically sealed roller. It's actually welded 6 passes in order to guarantee that we get no contamination inside the roller. Use the same type of weld construction as we would use on heavy vessel type work to guarantee that our welds are solid. Okay? Heat now is going to pull off the tailstock. Simply slide it back, and in this particular application, we use a slotted type return roller bearing to make disassembly easier. Slack adjusters come completely apart. Simply pull out a pin. This is the cam action lever that puts the tension and gives you the ultimate slack in the belt to make it disassemble. Your turnbuckle here is to adjust to track your belt with. In the applications where it's required, these turnbuckles can come completely apart and be washed internally. Simply reassemble. And ready to go. Pull the 2 pins out to hold the bed under the main frame. Slide forward, tilt left. Now I have full access to the bottom side of the conveyor. Guarantee or check, inspect, make sure that it's clean, or in this particular application, you can actually clean in this position. Again, you see that all of our saddles for the return rollers, all components on this thing are fully seal welded. Sleeves have been installed in the main frame to guarantee that no contaminants can migrate into the pipes or framework. Slack adjuster brackets are constructed in such a simple fashion that are all seal welded. There's no place for entrapment. We can get behind all of the brackets and completely wash them out. The reinforcing plates on the tailstock and the headstock of this conveyor both are completely welded, solid, and sealed.
No cracks, no overlapping surfaces. Also 100% electrified.
Yeah, 100% electrical. We reverse the procedure that we had for taking it apart and reassembly.
Camshaft is inserted into the position.
Turnbuckles are installed on the slack adjusters. As you can see, we haven't used any tools in this operation. Reinstall our return rollers. Our drive unit back on. shown you all the internal working components of the Ultra Clean Conveyor system manufactured by Sani Weld. As you've seen here, these are relatively small units. The reason these are sized the way they are is because these are demo units that you're looking at. We make these conveyor systems in a multitude of widths, lengths, and virtually any belting material available. Right now, what we're going to do is take a few moments to show you just how quickly one of these conveyor systems can actually come apart by not stopping and explaining to you what we're doing. Okay, me and Keith are going to start taking this apart, and if y'all like to participate a little bit, if you want to check your watches and see just exactly how long it does take us to take this down and take it apart, so it would be available for a deep clean, ultra clean cleaning procedure. We're ready to go. Keith, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. How much time we got there, Phil?
40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Not our best time.
Not the best one we've done. We was able to do it in 32 seconds at the poultry show in Atlanta this year. But I guess we're just a little bit camera shy today. What we'd like to do is take the time to view our equipment, and hopefully you'll be able to utilize this in your manufacturing facility.